Okay. All right, John Wick 2 on IMDb. What's the rating?
I'm gonna say 7.7.
7.4 is the average. There's 87 one-star reviews.
So,
yeah, I would say there should be none. Like, who is gonna? What? I'm like, all right, here we go.
let's do it.
So dumb. Did we not watch the same movie? It's by far the dumbest, most pretentious movie I've seen in years. And I've seen some really dumb movies. I chose it because of the high score it got from IMDb. And I got a movie that's so idiotic that I had to review it. I do respect everyone's right to watch a shallow action movie from time to time. Wow, that's a bit passive aggressive.
No doubt.
I do it myself. But this is a real insult. Okay, why?
Did she not continue?
I don't know if it's a he or she, but they didn't have an answer. That's it, dude. That was it. That was the end of it. I'm still kind of curious as to what dumb movie they like, or shallow action movie from time to time.
Yeah.
And how is this a shallow action movie? More importantly, how is this the same as the first one?
It's a great action.
He's not getting revenge. He has to do a blood oath. And that's it. That's the movie. God.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Give a gun to the hero, he'll kill 10 million people. Warning, spoilers. If you have played a mobile shooting game where you can shoot as many number of people as you can correlate the same with this movie. Everybody around the hero are villains, and they all somehow have guns, but they can't shoot the hero somehow. I mean, that's kind of true. Like, is he just the only good one? That's it. I mean, when he's fighting dudes gun fu style, he's blocking all the shots.
Well,
and
that's
stuff
why
like
they had
that.
to give him that lining in his
Cause
suit,
yeah.
so he could get shot.
That part,
But it wasn't going to affect the story because he had the lining in his suit to protect it.
That part was awesome. How he like covered his back or like put the coat up to cover his face when he's running into somebody.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't talk about Common and how he's like called a professional courtesy. Like, did he survive? Did he like ride the subway to the hospital and then survive? Like, oh, I got this in my chest. I didn't want to pull it out because I'll die. Anyways, back to the review. I gotta reopen this here. The hero survives about 10,000 bullets miss target. 1 or 2 bullets hits him, but our hero is wearing an armor, and all the villains are targeting his body only. Our hero targets heads. Because he knows what he's a professional. Like, he's been doing this. That's his thing. I strongly recommend that if you want to see blood, go to this movie, or else don't waste your time and money. The only time you really saw blood was when it looked like he ran through a blackberry bush and his face is all cut up. And then that dude's sister in the water.
Well, in his defense, you do see blood come from the back of the heads of everyone he shoots in the head, and he shoots a lot of people in the head.
But it's not like gushing. Or, it's like Mortal Kombat amount of blood from the Sega Genesis, not the arcade. All right. There's a lot of written ones, and they're really fun to read. So I'm not going to stop. I'm going to read some more. This one's called Worst Movie. It's so ridiculous and boring. After the first 15 minutes, the scenes are all fighting and repetitive. It's not even exciting because you know the hero will not die or injured. Although there is thousands of bullets from the enemies, it doesn't have sensible storyline. Killing all that people in the start for his car? So what? It's just like that some action scenes and fighting and car crashes and etc. are attached and created the movie. Because there isn't any strong story at all. You can easily predict what's going to happen. When I finished watching this, I was like, why I waste my time on this movie? Yeah. I mean, they really don't have a lot of legitimate arguments, because if you're complaining about fighting and car crashes, then what kind of action movies do you like?
Yeah.
Don't watch Gone in 60 Seconds, man, because you're going to fucking hate it.
Yeah. It was phenomenal. The action sequences were phenomenal in this movie.
Totally. And they were repetitive in the sense that there was multiple action scenes, but they weren't the same action scene.
Right.
And they weren't the same setting. I mean, how dope was that tunnel fucking fight scene?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he had all those guns placed strategically where he was going to need them. He lured all of them to their deaths. Yep. Like, what don't they get about how, like, really intelligent these characters are? What a fucking gripe, dude. What a gripe. I'm not going to read anymore. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to leave this a short episode.
I feel like I've said as many words as Keanu Reeves did in the first movie.
I feel like you said a whole lot more than the words that Keanu Reeves said in the first movie in the 40 minutes that we've done this. Subtracting the opening music and the interlude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to watch John Wick 3. I don't think we need to do an episode for John Wick 3, but I definitely will drop how much I enjoyed it when I finally do watch it.
Yeah. Might as well.
And I watched Doctor Strange 2, so you got to go see Doctor Strange 2 and fulfill your steam from your coffee cup.
It'd be a good one to do right now.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be lost for things to say about it. I'm not mentioning anything until you see it.
Okay.
Because
Thank you.
I mean, visually, it's amazing. Like I said, it's total Evil Dead meets Doctor Strange, so it's fucking awesome, dude. Scarlet Witch is not really my favorite character from the comic books, or I hate the fact that she's in these movies because they kind of ruined it. Like, she is Magneto's daughter. Magneto doesn't exist in this universe, so she's just an orphan who the Tesseract gave powers to. So she's not a mutant. Mutants don't exist in this world. Why the fuck is she in it then? Like, introduce mutants to, you know, I mean, keep that story great. I'm not saying Scarlet Witch is terrible. I would be awesome as long as the X-Men were fucking involved.
Yeah.
But she's great in it. She's awesome. She's a great villain. So fuck. And she's originally a villain in the comic book. Not originally. She was an Avenger, but she does become a villain because she's crazy. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. You're going to love it, man. It's so fucking good. Socials, Sequilibrium Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Email us movie suggestions at sequilibriumpodcast@gmail.com. I think it would have been funny if I would have created an AOL account, if that still existed.
Does it?
I don't know.
Did you look?
I haven't. I don't
That'd
care.
be great.
I don't care enough to look. Maybe Angel Fire websites still exist. Maybe we'll create one of those.
I don't know.
We'll have a dancing Keanu instead of a dancing baby. Yeah, that's it.
New set here soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new setup soon. Getting ready for the live show, which will probably be a couple weeks after we release this episode.
It's gonna be so glitchy.
Oh, I mean, it's our first attempt. Whether it turns out good or bad, I'm still stoked to be doing it.
Same.
It's going to be fun. All right, everybody. Follow us, like, subscribe, review, all that stuff. It's awesome.
Subscribe.
It helps get us out there and pushed up a little bit more where we become more noticeable. Share posts if you follow us on any of the socials. If you enjoy this shit, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm back. I only have 4 1-star ratings.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the ones.
This
makes no sense to me.
So this is a thing that we like to do at the end. Is we like to read what people think about the movies and how off they are. And we all agree that this is a great movie. This does not deserve a 1. It doesn't deserve a 5. It doesn't deserve a 6. It deserves high praise, right?
Yeah, way.
There's people in here who just didn't feel that way. Could you believe that?
Whoa, did they rate it a 1?
Yeah, so here's a 1, and it's called I Give a 2, like the number of this episode, but they only rated it a 1, so why didn't you rate it a 2? When you gotta be like just extra jerky about it?
Yeah, if you're gonna rate it like lower, like a low number, at least rate it a 2.
Well, yeah, he even put it in his title, I give it a 2, but he clearly chose 1. So here you go. Unfortunately... Oh no, unbelievable. So upset right out the gates. I cannot believe this movie is unbelievable. Toys coming to life and rescuing each other.
Karen.
How can it be possible? Hey, up there's a mistake. A movie like that within the first 250? I can't imagine which other reasons that can lead someone to give more than a 3 to this. Hollow trash, unless you are a child, of course. Well, we're sitting in a room full of children, I guess. We're adult children. This is a big Karen. This is from 2001. That means, let's see, this movie came out in 99. 2 years later, this person had to write their frustrations about this movie. I need to finish it, but I just closed it out to find the date. There's nothing special in it. Not the plot, the screenplay, the animation. Nothing new compared to the first episode of Nothing Innovated compared to other animated movies. Those are in brackets, so those are like extra to this review.
If new doesn't mean new characters.
Well, I mean, let's think about this for one. Toy Story 1 came out in what? 1993? 95. So 4 years later, the animation got slightly better. New characters.
Wait, so the second came out in 99?
Yeah. Wow. According to the Internet Movie Database.
Huh.
Yeah, I didn't know that
I wouldn't
either.
have guessed.
No, because the animation's fantastic. It seems like it came out like a few days ago.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty good with
based on like the way it was shot and everything else. No. And like, why does this person have to complain about the plot? The plot of the story is amazing, where Woody gets stolen from Andy. He's going to get sold off. He meets his new friends and family.
Like, you just proved the point. There's so many plots that make it amazing.
Yeah, I know. There's so many things about this that keep you riveted. There's never a moment where I'm like, I'm going to play Angry Birds on my phone if I were to watch this movie right now. Like, I would be full attention on it.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was like,
I'm all about this. That's amazing. Well, you have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
No, you think you're pretty good? Rounded it out pretty good? So we should do Frozen 2 next time, but we'll do a full hour long or 45 minute or however long we can do Frozen 2 for.
I think Frozen, this was a pretty short movie, actually.
It was an hour and 40 minutes long.
But it felt really, really short when
right,
I watched
because it was so good. You just didn't care about the time. And then when it was over and you're like, oh, man.
But, it is the shortest movie on the Toy Stories.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones? Well, I mean, they could do it quick, and they did a great job, I guess.
You didn't think that she would teach you so much about Toy Story, did you?
Or about movie making in general. Good job. Great first episode. Make sure you tell all your friends.
You did wonderful.
You did great. All right, and then we're going to come back with Young Guns Part 2. This one's not TOO. This one's the number 2. Because they couldn't think of anything better.
Do you do always two?
Why didn't they call the first one Young Gun and then the second one Young Guns? Do we what?
Exactly.
Do we always do the number 2?
Always the number 2. Always a sequel. Always a sequel. All right, we'll see you back in a minute.
Bye.
There's only 1-star review. There's 1-star ratings, but only one person took the time to write why they feel it's a 1. Brat Pack Cowboys. It's pretty accurate, I think. Yeah. This movie can't even be classified as a Western. Emilio Estevez was not convincing. Then we were subjected to viewing his naked butt. Also one of my complaints, sir.
Yeah, an Emilio Estevez sex scene doesn't make you want to see anymore. It makes you Hope he puts on his clothes.
No, he's hopping all over the place too. Like, are you having sex or are you just jumping on the bed together? Yeah. It's like, okay, you curl up like an egg. I'm going to try to break you.
Yeah, the sex scene itself was not convincing in the least.
The guy is just not a good actor. Then someone is always calling after him, Billy! Billy! Not Billy. Oh, sorry, someone has a fucking accent. Then there's the part where Lou Diamond Phillips' character gets stabbed right through his forearm. Can you imagine the pain and bone breakage associated with such an injury? The severe nerves, tendons, the severed nerves, tendons, the inevitable infection? Nope, the knife was simply pulled out without so much as a wince. I mean, I think he winced. You see him and he's like, he pulled back and he even made that sound.
Yeah.
Then he's just fine in the next scene, as if nothing had happened. Nobody was convincing in this film. It just seemed like a bunch of short Hollywood types hamming it up. I mean, what do you want out of this fucking movie?
Yeah.
Like, were you not entertained one bit of it that you had to be like, 1 star?
Yeah.
And also, there's a chance that blade could have missed everything. It's not like your forearm bone's a solid bone. Like, there's like a split in there. So the knife could have easily have gone through that, not touched bone. And yeah, okay, the muscles, the tendons, whatever. Okay, I'll give you that. But I mean, this is 1870 something. Wrap that shit in a dirty rag. You're fine. Look at Billy's leg. He's fine. He took a shot in the shoulder. He's fine.
Yeah.
That's none of my complaints about this movie. Why would you complain about that? That part was fucking cool.
Yeah, you can't.
It was so cool.
About that.
So the part where I don't even know the actor's name, but it's the dad from Get Out, the one who wanted to vote for Obama a third time.
Okay.
Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
You know that guy? Yeah. He plays the reporter who talks to Brushy Bill, and Brushy Bill, he asked if he had any scars. Well, apparently Brushy Bill had almost the exact same scars that Billy the Kid would have had from his shots and stabbings and all that other shit. So it's like, not only does he have a fucking story, but he also has evidence to prove that he's Billy the Kid, or he was Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
Which again, I believe Brushy Bill Roberts was Billy the Kid. Huh. And some fucked up shit happened. Like, you know how Billy the Kid was just, all he wanted was pardons. You know, he just wanted to be a pardon from the Lincoln County War, from all these other shit, and he was promised those, and that was true too. And then the governor went back against it because it was in the movie, that was all true. So in like the 2000s, this governor of New Mexico was going to pardon Billy the Kid, and then took it back. So the dude never got a fucking pardon. 2 governors offered it, took it back.
When did he die?
Well, Brushy Bill Roberts died like 50 something. Okay. Yeah, like mid 50s, I think. So he never, even if he really was Billy the Kid, he never got the opportunity to get pardoned for all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of a downside to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said we wanted to do a quick one. This was a quick one.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, you got shit to do. That's all right. I could talk forever about Young Guns, the first one, but we won't. And the next one we're going to be doing is what?
Child's Play.
Child's Play 2.
Yeah.
Do you have to watch the first one, or do you think you're pretty good on that?
I don't have to, but I'm going to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to watch the first 3.
Oh, okay. All right. When Andy goes into military school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's even going to give me a reason to buy a Blu-ray player again, because I've got the whole set on Blu-ray.
Good. You should. You still have my copies of Grindhouse that you haven't watched yet.
Exactly. Somewhere around here.
That's right. I got your It's a Disaster somewhere around here, too. All right. Yeah. Child's Play 2. We're going to do Child's Play 2 next. Pretty stoked.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Until then.
Bye.
Bye. Go down in a blaze of glory.
I agree.
So I pulled up some of the 1-star reviews.
Oh, 1-star
There's
reviews.
only 3. There's only 3 1-stars on IMDb. What's the average, do you think, out of 10?
It's 6, probably.
5.9.
Yeah.
The most votes are 6, for sure. So the lowest one is from 2018, and it's titled It Gets Worse. Do the filmmakers really think that we will like Andy's new family? I mean, yes, I did like Christine Ells as Kyle. She reprising her role in 2017's Curse of Chucky, but his foster parents are never sure if they ever want to adopt Andy. I read that as, yeah, they did. They put she's reprising her role in 2017's Curse of Chucky. No new bracket to like show that it's like a separate part of the sentence. So like she's reprising her role, but the foster parents are never sure if they ever want to adopt Andy. They talk about him. They talk about him like we get used to him. Yeah, that was the other line that the dad said that we thought was funny. Was like, I'll get used to him.
Why is this a bad thing, though? That's what I don't understand. Why does he consider this a bad thing that they have?
That they're not sure they want to adopt. I don't know. And
are we supposed to like the family? Because I didn't think so. Really.
No,
not the dad, especially
not the dad, because the first introduction to him is just being an asshole. Like, looking at him through the double glass whatever, while Andy's doing his thing with the psychiatrist, and he's just like, "Do we even want this kid? Like, what's the return policy on this?
Yeah.
Do I need the receipt still?" Let's see what else.
The part where he's like, "Don't run in the house, Andy," and he's like, "It's just a doll." That bothered me because the doll was kind of tucked back half into the closet, and he wasn't up there to see the doll fall down. So he
exactly.
immediately assumed it was a doll, and he could barely see it from where he was standing.
Nice people that should get killed by the murderous puppet Chucky. That's just its own sentence. So we don't know what that has to go. Maybe he thinks the foster parents are nice. And
I mean, the mom was nice. The mom was
sure. The mom was willing to give her a chance.
As sweet as can be.
I mean, the minute her husband dies, she like changes her tune. But like, I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, what else would you do?
Murder follows this kid.
The kid had a fucking turkey carver.
Yeah, I know. Standing over the body. The cops are like, "So the kid's the only one who saw the accident?"
I didn't do that.
No emotion to this dead guy. And then he starts screaming when Chucky breaks into the office after he killed the lady, the foster lady, and he's like, "What? You're acting like you've never seen a dead body before." And it's like, yes, you're making it a normal thing for him. That's not cool, Chucky. Somehow, the original 1988 film had a way better cinematography.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I think we were...
I mean, it was great, don't get me wrong, but it was different, but it wasn't bad.
No, the camera angles, the panning of the camera, the lighting, they did a good job. Yeah. They, for it being a sequel, they did a good job. This time, everything looks like a terrible home video. Welcome to the 90s, I guess.
I mean,
I wouldn't say a terrible home video. I would say the dorkiness of the factory was a bit absurd, like the assembly line.
It was definitely over the top, but I do like how they showed every single way that Chucky was put together. Yeah. The hair going in, they really didn't miss a part of the doll.
Yeah, but
you saw the
hair only sat there and stapled like 4 strands onto a doll before it was like, "Okay, you're good. Move on to the next one." Yeah. So now he really looks like Carl from Aqua Teen with like that fucking terrible comb over.
Yeah.
And then that giant wax chamber that like Chucky.
Yeah, I don't even get it.
Like, what is that? Yeah. Like, these bodies already go in their full form. Yeah. But yet this chamber puts the limbs on the torso.
Right.
I don't get it. I mean, I get why they using it to defeat Chucky. That was pretty fucking cool, where he came out as like a blob with arms and his like torso was gone because he's like rolling on a cart. That was awesome.
Yeah.
If anything, he's resourceful. Like, he could put Bear Grylls to the fucking test on who's the best survivor, man.
For sure.
It's corny, it's cheesy, and Andy, an annoying little kid, is mysteriously way more capable of facing Chucky than any grown-up. Here's why Andy's more capable of facing
He's
Chucky.
the only one that knows.
He's the only one who fucking knows.
Yeah.
The other people who were up against him died. I mean, what would you do if you fucking go into a closet, you hear all of this fucking rattling, you think there's a little boy in there, and then a ball falls on your head, and then all of a sudden a fucking doll comes out and stabs you in the chest and then beats you with a yardstick. Excuse me, a meter stick. Of course you're gonna not fight back. You're fucking shocked that this thing is like doing this to you.
Yeah.
And Andy's traumatized from fucking dealing with it the first time. So yeah, of course he's more resourceful. And Kyle just fucking passed out on the conveyor belt. He had to go save her.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one person's hot take on this movie. And that's how I feel about their hot take about it. I'm defending it more than I ever thought I would.
So what would you rate it?
I'd rate it a 6.
6?
For sure.
I'm going at 7.5.
Really?
Maybe
That high?
actually, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia in this for me.
Yeah, that's true. There is a lot of nostalgia. Growing up watching it at my grandma's house definitely has that feels for me.
Yeah.
You know, like that helps give it a 6, you know.
Yeah.
Here's a 6. Fair sequel. That was a great climax. This movie wasn't bad. It was somewhat scary and stylish. The ending was good though. 6 out of 10. Rated R for strong horror, violence, and language.
Give me another one.
Another one? There's only 2 other ones.
Give me a 2.
Let's see. Okay, here's one. 2006. Preppy-3. That's who wrote this.
Give me a 2.
You want a 2? You want a 2? I'll give you a 2.
I want someone that was like, it's a 2.
Okay, here's 2. Yucky Chucky. Well, what do you know? Chucky's back, and he is still after Danny, who is now under the care of foster parents.
Danny?
Apparently, he didn't watch the movie.
Huh.
And you can't say autocorrect, because this is 2009 when this was written.
Yeah.
At the beginning, the film is okay, but before long, it becomes unlikable, and come the climax, it is practically unwatchable. The original Child's Play was constructed like Jaws. The monster, or monster doll in this case, was kept in the shadows until the last half hour, which was good filmmaking on the part of both directors. Yeah, we talked about that. Sure.
Yeah.
In Jaws 2, having seen what the shark is and what it was capable of, the filmmakers figured there is no need to hide it anymore, and the makers of Child's Play 2 are doing the same thing with Chucky. Big mistake.
Why though?
I don't think that was a big
there's no
mistake at
reason
all.
to hold him back.
No, in fact, we see a different angle or view of him where it's a full form of him and not just these like, I'm holding him on with the arms and someone in the back is controlling strings and he's kicking, which I love that when Chucky's on the back and he's like fucking kicking.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. There was no reason to, I mean, that was the whole thing about the original. Is that fucking anticipation? You didn't know if a doll was alive or not.
No, and you were creating the scare.
Yeah, you were just in the same boat as everyone else in the film, with the exception of Andy for a while.
Yeah. This doll is killing people. Oh, what are these footprints in flour? Like, doesn't that fucking freak you out a little bit? You didn't see him walk it, but those were made.
Yeah.
The tension is reduced to a handful of boo moments. Chucky is no longer scary. He is loud and obnoxious. And the climax offers... this guy loves talking about climaxes. Impressively amusing and money-efficient set design in an otherwise wreck of a concluding chapter. This is arguably one of the worst horror sequels I have seen in the last few years. Save your money. This doll should be left in the box.
Oof.
What? Why would you even give it a 2 then? Just give it a 1 at that point. Yeah, some of these are really long and I don't want to read. Oh, this one's good because it's short. A cheesy film. Staging with knives and the kills are bloody. There are strong violence and killing. The stabs are bloody and there are little graphic violence. People get killed in other ways. Blood is shown a lot and it has bloody dead body. Theirs is death with killing and the violence is for children. I want to get that printed on a shirt.
That whole review.
And the violence is for children. Yeah, that whole review. That's fucking great. I don't think this person should have gave it a 2. I think they should have gave it a 10 with how fucking stoked they were with knives and blood and killing in other ways.
Thanks for the extensive review.
I know. That was fucking great. Yeah, man. I love Child's Play too. It's awesome.
Nice. Me too.
Thanks for choosing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to Grease 2.
Thanks for watching it with me.
I can't wait to watch Grease 2 with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one after that. I think we should continue doing it like this.
Me too.
Where it's,
Me too.
you know, like you said, we get to hang out and watch a movie, and then we get to talk about it.
Yeah, I was afraid we might be groggy afterwards, but I feel this turned out all right.
No, I mean, we're definitely going to be groggy after Grease 2. I feel like we're probably going to turn it off and be like, enough.
Might be. Have you checked how long it is? Look at the running time on that
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
Yeah, the only reason why we're talking about it right now while we're recording is because we're doing it next. So, Grease 2. Why I'm searching Grease 2 in my search bar and not the IMDb search bar. Do you ever do that?
Yeah.
I love doing that. It's so funny. It's like, why am I looking up Wikipedia on Wikipedia? Grease 2, 1982. Hour and 55 minutes.
Come on. Is that necessary?
The first Grease movie was only an hour and 50 minutes.
Really?
What 5 more minutes do you have to add into Grease 2?
I bet you could strip 20 minutes out of it.
I bet you
Easy.
we're going to watch 30 minutes of it and just be like, fuck this movie. I can guarantee you.
Maybe we should have a backup movie. What was our one after Grease 2?
Let's see. Notes. Back up. After Grease 2. Those are my Goosebumps books. Movie list. No. Episode schedule. Return of the Killer Tomatoes was after Grease 2.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
And then after that, Puppet Master 2.
Nice.
And then after that, Jaws 2.
Exciting.
And after that, Kill Bill Volume 2.
Puppet Master 2, what is does that fall on the day before Halloween?
Killer Tomatoes will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or we could do Puppet Master 2. Who gives a shit? We're in fucking control of our own goddamn destiny.
This is true.
Not some goddamn doll.
Fucking
Not some goddamn arbitrary schedule that's not real. Yeah, we're definitely doing Grease 2 next time, but we'll figure out what we're doing for Halloween.
Anything about Child's Play 2 you have left to say? I'm
No.
trying to think.
Other than I loved it.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah. It was
Makes
fun.
me happy.
It was fun. It made me want to give you my Chucky toy. I mean, not because I don't want it.
I
but
want a
because
good guy doll. That's what I want.
I think I'll pull some strings.
Oh,
I'll see what I can do.
oh goodness.
Yeah, I'll look
Getting
around.
me excited. All hot and bothered right now.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Look forward to Grease 2 because we are not.
How's it hanging, Phil?
You and your fucking bullshit for making me watch
Fuck
this.
you, motherfucker.
See, because it's so bad, I don't think we should read 1-star ratings. I think we should read 10-star ratings.
I think if we're going to do that, we should read 8-star ratings. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're rating this over a 5...
You're fucking full of it?
Right. If you're rating it a 10, you're just full of shit.
Where did
You're doing it so you can get Mike to read it out loud on Sequilibrium is why you're rating this.
I God damn it, I had it marked and now I can't fucking find it. I don't even remember the person's name.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to pause.
I want to hear an 8.
I'm gonna have to pause this. So I couldn't find the one that I'm talking about, but I just found an 8 that you said to read. Like, you know, one of those people that are like, I can't give it a full 10 because then I'll look like an asshole. I can't give it a 1 because it's really not what I feel.
No, but I really liked it.
So here's an 8. Very enjoyable and funny. This is from 1999. So I'm trying to keep it
Okay.
a lot in the past. I don't understand why this movie is being slammed so much. The first Grease is a classic, and it's always impossible to follow a classic with an equal sequel. I happen to enjoy this sequel better than the original. I thought it was funnier, and I enjoyed the music in this movie better than the first, especially the reproduction scene. You can't watch that and not agree that it is one funny part of the movie. I also thought Maxwell Caulfield Michael was gorgeous as Michael. I overall give this movie 7 out of 10.
Funny in the sense of like, why? You know?
Yeah, like why do you think it's funny? Why do you think it's funny that a teacher is singing to kids? When is the best time of the month for a woman to get pregnant? That's a question this teacher asked somebody. But also she ends it with, they end it with, I give this movie 7 out of 10, but yet they're writing it in an 8 out of 10 category. Sorry, I gotta take my hoodie off because I'm getting all like worked up about this shit. All right, let's find another 8 out of 10 to see what another fucking person thinks. Funny, impressive sequel with good music. People with no taste write reviews. I am surprised to see a lot of negative reviews on this movie. This is one of my favorite movies from when I was a teenager. I fell in love with Adrian Zemid and Maxwell Caulfield. I'm guessing he is Johnny? It is Johnny. Johnny looks like that cliche, like, Italian bully in like an 80s movie, TV show.
But also, like, not somebody you're going to be intimidated by.
Doesn't look like this guy's done anything. He's in Sharknado, and he plays himself in Sharknado. Makes sense. Let's get back to this review. Sorry, I backed out just so I can see this guy's history. Maybe diehard Grease 1 lovers won't like this, but I think this movie is truly enjoyable and a lot of fun. An impressive debut performance by the now mega superstar Michelle Pfeiffer. I really like the music too, and I think the songs are really catchy. One of my favorite scenes is reproduction. It's funny. Everyone has a guilty pleasure, and this is mine. Well, everyone has a guilty pleasure, and sometimes you shouldn't fucking talk about it. That's what a guilty pleasure is. You keep it to yourself. Don't fucking put it on the internet for the world to see. All right, I'm gonna read one. I want to read something somebody feels the same thing we do. Okay, as cheesy as it may be, I love this movie. Ever since I saw it for the first time, I loved this movie. I looked for it for years. This is that one that I wanted to read to you earlier. Oh. This is that 10 out of 10. I looked for it for years. In brackets, I've always had a thing for motorcycles, but I do love this movie. I own it, and I own the soundtrack. Whoa, quit bragging there, Anya, 1976. You own the movie and the soundtrack? I'm fucking impressed. All right, that was a 10 out of 10, by the way. That was that one that I was looking for. Well, that one's long. That one's someone's really angry about this movie. 1 out of 10. If it were any more a dog, it would need a flea collar. This movie's a dog, or all the dudes in this movie are dogs? Because I'm pretty sure all the dudes are dogs. Even fucking Michael, he had to portray himself as someone else.
Yeah.
And he's making out with her on the motorcycle. She doesn't even know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
You don't feel guilty for that whatsoever? Boy-girl love affair sequel with songs, only this time she's the punkette and he's the straight arrow. That's true. Where it's like he is Sandy and she is Danny. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, if this movie was good, that would have been a neat premise.
Right.
Movie buffs out there actually like this movie. It has fans. I must say, this mind reels. Grease 2 is a truly lame enterprise that doesn't even have the courage, moxie, or sheer gall to take the memory of its predecessor down in flames like Jaws 2 or Exorcist 2.
Hey, I like that.
Right? Yeah. I do too. I mean, Jaws 2 is great. I don't know what their beef with Jaws 2 is. Brody is no longer the chief. The son or daughter of Jaws comes and fucking wreaks havoc. I mean, it's It's good. It's shot really well in comparison to say like Jaws Revenge. Like throw that in there, not Jaws 2. I take that fucking personally because I love Jaws so fucking much.
I can tell. I'm like, oh, that's a reasonable comment. You're like, motherfucker, Jaws 2.
No, it whimpers along in slow motion and often just plays dead. Oh my God, it's so true. It's just like a limp dick of a movie. It looks and feels cheap. So fucking true.
Yeah.
With a large cast, lost and missed, messy direction, and unfocused handling. This was the first time a substantial audience got a glimpse of Michelle Pfeiffer, and although she doesn't embarrass herself, it's a role worth forgetting. A misfire on the lowest of levels, no stars. 34 out of 68 found that helpful, including myself. This is an evil sequel. Very misled. The cast is incredibly unbelievable. The songs are bad. The choreography is weak. The film has such low production values. I would bet the food on set tasted no so great. The fucking craft service. So what do we got? We got American sliced singles. However, it does not deserve its position. It should be a little bit lower near the single digits. Please do not spoil Grease by watching this film if you have yet to do so. No, this movie's not going to spoil Grease for me whatsoever. No. This movie doesn't exist.
Does it make you want to watch Grease?
Yeah, to like fucking cleanse my palate, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, on my way home, I'm going to listen to the soundtrack for sure.
To Grease.
To Grease, yeah, because it's so fucking good.
Not to Grease, too.
Not to Grease, too. I mean, holy shit. I mean, if you're not going to watch...
you're going to be blaring in your headset tomorrow. Don't fucking lie to me.
If you're not going to watch this movie, just give the soundtrack a fucking listen, because it says it all right there.
I think I would prefer just listening to the soundtrack over watching the movie. Maybe.
I mean,
it's an hour versus 2.
That Back to School song wasn't too bad. Like one of the lines about like paroles being over and you have to go back.
Well, see, and that's the sad thing. There were probably, I'd say, 2 songs in the movie where I'm like, this isn't bad, but guess what? I don't fucking remember them because I hated the movie so goddamn much that they didn't stick with me through to the end.
I mean, other than Let's Bowl, Reproduction, Let's Do It for America, Back to School, I don't know the other ones. No. We Will Go Together or whatever that end fucking luau fucking bullshit song. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to deny that the choreography was good. It was very good. Like, I mean, the dancing was fucking on point. None of that fucking shit went on at Rydell in the first fucking movie. Yeah. The only people who interacted with the dancing were the fucking people involved with the song. Yeah. Everyone else around them just went about their fucking business. Right. But in this movie, everyone's got to be a fucking
unnecessary.
Star. So unnecessary. Yeah. Everything was a big production.
Yeah. I mean, imagine the time spent to get that shit onto the screen.
I can't imagine how long this movie took to shoot.
No, I mean, it's crazy.
With how long those scenes were, I'm sure there was like
how
multiple
many people,
takes. 500 cast members.
Ugh.
IMDb trivia said there was 500 cast members. God. Yeah, I'm never. I'm glad it's over.
Me too.
I mean, at the start, I was being, over dramatic about it just for the sake of it, you know, not being real. But after watching it, that's exactly how I felt. Like, this was a fucking chore.
I did think it was going to be better than it was.
You started out feeling like it was. I remember you saying, like, this isn't that bad.
We were about 5 minutes in. Yeah. And I'm like, this kind of feels, almost like John Waters meets the first Grease to me.
I mean, that would be actually kind of dope. Like, if John Waters did his own, like, Crybaby. Well, Crybaby was a musical. Yeah. Crybaby had its own songs, and it was a million times better than this.
Oh, yeah.
A million times. I'm so glad it's over with. I'm so glad that the next one we're going to watch is one that we actually want to watch and talk about. It's going to be good because what are we doing again?
It's either Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, or I'm sorry,
Return.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes, or Puppet Master 2.
I think we should do Puppet Master too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I remember watching that as a kid, and I remember liking it. Obviously, I'm not going to feel the same way I did when I was like 10 years old, but I'm pretty stoked.
We can do whatever the fuck we want. I mean, watching Grease 2 tonight just proves that.
We're in control of our own destiny. Yeah. All right, well.
Because I was ready to give up.
I know you were. I caught you dozing off.
I was like, well, even I was like, hey, that last hour, how about we just start the podcast and finish the movie off? And you're like, no.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to talk about all these. I wouldn't be able to talk about all these fucked up things because I'd be so distracted by what's fucked up going on at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, I needed an opportunity to talk about how fucking terrible all these like the overdoing of the accents on all of them is just so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. Except for Shooter McGavin.
I mean, there was quite a bit of commentary between us throughout this, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that way during Child's Play. We were letting each other
Take it
watch.
in. Yeah.
There were a few moments we pointed at the screen or said, hey,
Hey,
look at that. But this one, it's just...
No, this one was so fucking bad. I didn't even care what was going on. The other Child's Play 2 was so into it.
Yeah.
Could not stop watching it.
Yeah.
And I know that's how I'll do Puppet Master 2. Like, I'll be involved in that movie. This one fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I mean, I might have to watch the first one because I haven't seen the. I don't think I've ever seen the first one.
Really?
To be honest,
Wow.
yeah. I've only seen 2 and 3, I believe.
Yeah, I remember renting these from the video store when I was a kid, and just like you with Child's Play 2, I think I was probably a preteen when I last watched Puppet Master.
Yeah, definitely me too. My aunt was living with us, and she had a whole bunch of movies, and I remember Puppet Master 2 being one of them.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that before with I Come in Peace. Was one of those when you don't remember when you had 3 movies per tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, too, for me, I like to record in the higher quality version there, Mike. I don't know about you.
Oh, this is so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. That was so torturous.
You'd give it a 1.
I give it yes. I give it a 1 stomped in dog shit.
I give it a 2.
Why? Why would you give it a 2? This is the worst movie I've ever seen.
There was effort there.
I mean, any movie has effort.
Yeah, but there was effort. I made it through. Obviously.
Well, give yourself a 2, not the movie.
Yeah, no kidding, right? I should give myself a 2.
I mean, you made it. That should get you a ribbon for having to do this.
It had us laughing out loud.
I mean, yeah.
At its ridiculousness.
Definitely. I mean, it's not like they were being serious about, all the rape stuff.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ. There's a lot.
Didn't get to the point where I'm like, oh, this feels like a made-for-TV this or that. It was just a shitty movie, and I made it through, and I suppose it deserves a 2 for that.
Oh, I'm sure the writers and directors of this movie will be so thankful. They're like, Chad from Sequilibrium gave it a 2! I want to see what the guy who directed this has done. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. The director of Grease 2 has done Cyndi Lauper videos.
Really?
And that's it.
That's funny.
He's done choreography for Big 2. Or not Big 2. The movie Big. Oh, it's a woman. Patricia Birch. Sorry. You still did a terrible job. Well, directing-wise, it wasn't terrible.
No, that's what I was telling you about halfway through the film. I mean, it's not like that's the other thing. That's why I'm able to give it like a 2. It's not like there were a bunch of shitty cuts or the editing wasn't atrocious. There was too much. They should have cut plenty out, but just the way that it all went together was what it was.
One of the writers for the movie wrote Airplane 2, which is a better movie than Grease 2.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the writer for Grease 2, one of the writers, is a writer on Grease 2. Or Grease 1 is a writer on Grease 2.
Huh.
How could you fucking let that shit happen? How could you... I mean, oh, no, he's not a writer. He's just credited with creating the characters. That's what it is. Okay, that makes me feel better.
So if this wasn't a sequel to Grease,
Mm-hmm.
and it was its own separate thing, they called this, pick your fucking title.
Lube.
Perfect. They called it Lube. Would it be better?
No. Oh! Now you got me in between a rock and a hard place on that one. And I just aged myself by saying something stupid like that. If it wasn't T-Birds, it wasn't Pink Ladies,
Right.
it would be an okay movie. And I would say I'd probably give it like a 5 then.
Really? Holy shit.
Out of 10.
Are you suffering from sleep deprivation right now?
Maybe. Those 2 beers.
5? Hot damn, man.
No. 3 would be more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be enjoyable, but I wouldn't be bitching about it so much.
Yeah.
Or like thinking I would be like, oh, this reproduction scene's pretty gross. I wouldn't be comparing it to like, Danny trying out for sports.
You might
in
tell
the
somebody,
first
have you
one.
ever seen Lube? It's this fucking knockoff version of Grease.
I mean, I just chose lube because it went with grease. I didn't know. I mean, hair gel.
No, I like Lube.
You like lube?
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie, Lube? Starring Michelle Pfeiffer? So bad.
Yeah, really bad movie.
Thank you for enduring it with me, Chad.
Yeah, thank you for, pizza and beer.
Yeah, that's
You
about
brought
it.
over.
That's all you get. All right, we'll be back next time with Puppet Master 2.
Okay.
How do you feel?
And a new theme song.
Oh, and a new theme song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Don't watch Grease 2.
Goodbye.
Bye.
IMDb reviews.
IMDb reviews. I mean, Puppet Master 2.
What would you give it?
I mean, 4. And I gave it a 5 on the IMDb page because when you open it up, it's like, "Did you watch this?"
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a. Shit. I'm gonna give it a 4 too.
I mean, like I said, the puppets are so fucking cool. They just simply are. I think they're designed really well and they're really funny.
Yeah.
It is such a really weird premise, but yeah. IMDb gives it a 5.5 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, out
Wow.
of 5,000 reviews.
Well, I'll tell you what. Read a 4 and let's see if our thoughts align on someone who's given it a 4.
I was gonna read a 1, but there's 0 reviews for 1.
Wow.
I know, isn't that surprising?
That's
Compared to what we've watched. I mean, people gave Toy Story 2 a 1.
yeah. Seems damn near impossible.
All right, let's read a 4. More atmospheric than the original, but turns rather weird.
Agreed.
This film follows directly on the first film, which it's true. It really does. It follows the first one pretty well.
I'll give it that much.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give it that much.
Right? Like, I thought so
Continuity.
too. Like, within the first, 15 minutes when they're, talking about Alex and all the psychics, I was like, well, that's all right. Keep up with the story.
Yeah.
Except Tulane's headstone said 41, and the first movie said it was 38 when he died.
Yeah.
With a group of paranormal investigators setting up in the hotel. This installment has more atmosphere than the original, and the action starts a lot sooner. It started off more interesting than the original film, but then quickly turned ridiculous. when did it quickly turn ridiculous? When a fucking puppet is digging a dead body out, or when the dead body wants to transfer into a puppet? Like,
I don't know.
when the fuck does it get ridiculous for you? Andre Toulon is an annoying character, all bandaged and looking like a cross between Darkman and Michael Jackson, and I thought the Darkman thing for sure. Which that has a series.
Yeah.
Yeah. This film turns utterly weird towards the end as the characters are being killed off, and that's the end of their review. I feel like that felt like it was going to go on for more.
See, and I thought the last 15, 20 minutes of this film were tolerable. There were actually moments where you and I seemed somewhat engaged in what was going on there towards the end.
Oh yeah, there was definitely moments where I was like into it and watching it, you know, not just for like, you know, make sure I want to bring this shit up.
Yeah.
But like compared to the first one I was just like, when's the puppets coming out and killing people?
Yeah, I like the first one better. I'm going to say it.
You
right.
really
I'm
do.
going to say it right
You
here,
really
right
do.
now.
I'm on the opposite side. I like the second one a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, it had bad acting from that fucking Michael guy. This lady who was at the hotel, who was a writer. She went missing from the puppets, and one of the researchers calls her son, and he shows up, and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on in the movie or in real life.
Yeah. I mean, I think with as good as some of the enhancements to the puppetry are that they made, it at the same time takes away from the charm of the original, and I don't know. I like it better for that reason.
I mean, I guess you can say that, you know, like because it's the original and it does have this certain specific flavor. Now, if you saw 2 first and then 1, what would you think?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably, I don't know. I might feel the same.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, 2's more modern, so it's.
I mean, I would know. I would be aware of it, so
Yeah.
I would probably sway myself that direction.
I wish we can go back in time and make it where you watch part 2 first. Here's a 10 review.
Let's do it.
Because I feel like this movie, someone out there really loves it. And this isn't recent. It's from 2001. And it's written by The Creeper. And it's called Great Sequel. This is November 25th, 2001. During Thanksgiving, he snuck out and wrote this review. It was great. It was way better than parts 4, 5, and 7. I liked the fact that Andre Toulon was in the whole movie compared to the 5 minutes from part 1. Another good thing about the movie was Torch. Torch is my second to favorite puppet. The best part of the whole movie was when Torch and Blade enter the farmhouse and ... Well, I don't think I should say. The worst thing about the whole movie and others from the Puppet Master series is the availability of it. They are extremely hard to find, so if you are trying to find a copy, happy hunting.
Well, now I'm just excited to see 6. Ever since you said that, 4, 5, and 7.
Yeah,
what's so great about 6?
Yeah, we could just basically skip those and find out what how great 6 is. And he also like capitalized, or they also capitalized, like Torch is my second to favorite puppet. The Torch second favorite puppet were all capitalized as if it were a title. I love the passion in that one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to give it to him. In the middle of a ground.
I might give this a 3.
You're gonna give it a 3? This is a 5.
I'm going back on my word.
Not as good as the first, but still okay. Stop 2 on my Puppet Master journey. And what a weird one indeed. Odd acting, awkward direction, out of place sexual tension, which is so true. Patrick and the main lady with the group, there was sexual tension there. I thought they were going to be the ones that were showing off butts and tits.
Yeah.
But apparently they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. That threw me for a curve.
Same here.
All wrapped up with a few of kills. One thing that bugged me was all this science technology talk. It was obvious they knew nothing about science and just decided to throw a bunch of words together. Not as gory as the first and definitely slower than the first, but it's okay.
Slower than the first?
I just love how he didn't like all the science talk, but he didn't mention anything about metaphysical.
Yeah.
My metaphysical body died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from that guy.
Right.
That guy. Well, that was Puppet Master 2, and we really don't have anything planned for the next one. Do you want me to refer to the list?
No, I don't think so. I think we should. We shouldn't even let them know what's coming next.
And just surprise
They
them.
don't deserve that right now.
All right. We'll see.
Where are they right now? What is today?
Today
October
is October 30th.
Halloween is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching Puppet Master 2 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little behind getting this out. What's it going to be? February before
This will probably
episode
be
again?
February. Yeah. So while you're enjoying a nice Valentine's Day dinner, if this is February when it comes out,
Well, my point is, look, catch up with us already. My God.
also, by the way, since it's horror, since it's Halloween, why aren't there more specific Halloween movies? Not just like the movie Halloween, but why does a movie like Puppet Master have to be synonymous with Halloween?
Yeah.
Or Nightmare on Elm Street, or Friday the 13th. None of them take place on the holiday.
Scary, bro.
I mean, so then why do people have a problem with Die Hard being a Christmas movie?
Because
At least-
what do you mean by that? I don't think people have a problem.
Oh,
with
there
that.
are people who have things to
Really?
say. Yeah, because it's not Santa Claus and Home Alone type of bullshit. It just takes place during Halloween.
We get Christmas
Or
music, right? We
Yeah.
get Christmas music. We get
Christmas
multiple
music,
Christmas trees. We get Christmas lights throughout the film.
Ho,
It's a
ho,
fu-
ho. I have a machine gun.
It's a fucking Christmas movie.
Yeah, so like I get that. I just don't get why horror movies need to be considered movies to watch during Halloween. Like Trick or Treat makes sense. Halloween makes sense. Hocus Pocus makes sense. Halloween Town makes sense. Nightmare Before Christmas, you watch it on Halloween and then you watch it every day until Christmas. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I just had to complain about something.
Yeah, I know. I know.
All right. Well, until the next time, keep watching the sequels.
We were pausing during the commercial break, and we were shooting little vignettes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that turns out. But thank you, Pluto TV. For
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I hope we get to watch more movies on Pluto so that we can have that like free period, basically.
We thought getting together and watching it would save us time, but look at us now.
It's way more fun this way. I really don't care about time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet, man. I feel the same way about you.
Yeah. Even though I'm late every time.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
All right, everybody. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
All right, IMDb. What do you have to say about X? I know it's in the 6s. 6.6. Do you agree?
I'd give it a 7 at least.
I was going to say 7.5.
Yeah.
For sure.
At least.
For sure. While I'm here, let's look up Ty West. What are you doing, bro? Writer. None of these I've seen VHS. I like VHS. But none of
Ty
these.
West did VHS?
Yeah, the first one.
Huh.
Okay. All right. Pearl. 1-star reviews. Oh, God, I can't wait to see what this is. Critics are wrong on this one.
This is for Pearl?
Yep.
Yep.
This movie is utter trash. Started off great and then go weird and slow quick. How the hell is this? 95 by the critics on Rotten Tomatoes. Bad acting, bad plot, bad everything. Don't waste your time and money.
Anytime somebody says it's bad because it took a weird turn, like, fuck it. I don't value their opinion.
Yeah, but what weird turn? What turn was this movie taking that you think they didn't expect?
Well, that was for Pearl. So
No, this is for X.
Oh,
why would I be
you-
reading ones for Pearl?
Oh, I asked you at the beginning. I said, "Is this Pearl?" And you said yes.
I don't know. I'm not paying attention. No, this is for X. This is for X.
I want to point out that was 25 seconds ago. Somebody time it. Let's verify.
Yeah, why is he fucking griping about weird turns? How the hell is 95 by the critics on Rotten Tomato? Bad acting, bad plot, bad everything.
Not only that, when you read the synopsis of this movie before checking out, are you like, oh yeah, that looks normal.
Okay, I guess maybe
there's probably no.
maybe that's what I should start doing is reading the first synopsis on IMDb and then reading the reviews.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you've never seen this movie. What are you expecting out of, in 1979, a group of young filmmakers set out to make an adult film in rural Texas, but when their reclusive, elderly hosts catch them in the act, the cast find themselves fighting for their lives. What are you not expecting from that?
Right. I'm expecting this, maybe just not as good.
Exactly. Yes.
You know?
Yes. I mean, it clearly states they're making an adult film. Mm-hmm. So where's the weird twist in that?
Yeah.
And then and when they get caught, they're getting killed. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Typical Thai West fare. An hour into the movie before anything of note happens, then the next 40 minutes where a little bit happens. Lackluster story using all the old horror tropes whilst actually making them worse. The guy cannot do horror stories, aspiring to be Wes Craven, but ends up more like Wesley Crusher. The dude from Star Trek, Will Wheaton?
There's usually a reason it's a trope, right? I mean, if done well, fuck it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And he does it well.
This house is very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Mm-hmm. It's done in Texas. Mm-hmm. It's done in the 70s. I mean, look at the Rangers, the cops, the Rangers. They're so fucking perfect.
Always works.
Totally.
That always works.
Always. I mean, yeah, down to the dude from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
I have one more sentence. I wonder how much of the advertising budget was spent on paying people to leave glowing reviews.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, here we go. This one has spoilers. God, there's so many. There's so many. You know, remember when we were doing movies and there's like no 1-star reviews, like for fucking Not Quite Elderly? That one had like what, 1 or 2?
Rightfully so.
This has got so many fucking pages. Dude, look at this. Look at this. This is all 1 stars.
Dude, I say X is great, but when you compare it to Not Quite Human.
Yeah, Not Quite Human. What a lovely movie. This is the one I'm going to read.
Is this one?
Yeah, this is the one. If you really guys like to watch porn, this movie is right for you. All types of relationships are in this movie. If you are interested in watching older adult sex, it is here, no worries. And also, you can find a boyfriend who wants to watch his girlfriend have, I'm assuming, sex with other men. More and more in this lovely movie.
And you know, I thought the sex was actually minimal compared to what I had in my mind.
We went into
it.
There's so many scenes where it's like they did not use her undressing as an up close shot, but went back when she's undressing before she goes into the ponds.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awesome too.
Yeah.
And it was only like the nudity was there for the scene itself.
Yes.
They're having sex, so that's why the nudity's there. It's not like a 30 fucking second shot of her wondering who's standing by the door, but you're more wondering how much longer is her tits going to be on the screen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's why I like that Pearl didn't have nudity. I mean, it did for that porn.
Tasteful.
But I mean, that was it. It's just because that nudity was necessary for that context of the scene.
Yep.
Fucking awesome. Appropriate use of nudity.
Hey, what did her... It's too bad her panties didn't say Wednesday instead of Sunday.
Oh yeah, yeah. How funny was that? How funny was that? Also, I think would have been rad is if they would have started it out with not 1979, but with the dates. So then when you do see the fact that she's wearing Sunday underwear, you're like, oh, why is she wearing Sunday underwear on Wednesday or something? You know?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but according to When Harry Met Sally, they don't make Sunday underwear because of God.
Gotta go back and watch it, man. I know you hate me when I don't pick up on those references.
God, I might watch that today, actually, when I get home. I love that movie. I saw it maybe a few months ago.
Did you?
I'll watch it again. Yeah, I don't care. It's so good. What else you got to say about Pearl?
Nothing.
How about X?
Nothing.
How about Expendables?
Less than nothing.
How about the fucking dictator being like Angel from Dexter and how annoying he is?
Yeah.
I hated him. He was so annoying. And the only reason why he got that part was because Sylvester Stallone liked him so much in Dexter.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Whatever. Fuck it.
Okay.
X is awesome.
It is.
I'm glad
Check them both out.
I'm glad I watched it again.
X, Pearl, Ty West. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Don't listen to those reviews. Except for maybe the one that calls it a lovely movie, because it truly is.
It is.
All right. What do we have? YouTube. Follow YouTube at Sequilibrium Podcast. Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have all that. Like and subscribe. Do some reviews. Download, share, tell everybody about this who likes movies.
Hey, you mentioned, something happened in the same way, like you said, that happened in When Harry Met Sally, when she fakes the orgasm there in front of him.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when he's
Sally
like, you're
did the
not that
same.
good, yeah.
I think is a gift to the sequel fans. You should do it. And see how you match up to both Sally and whatever her name was.
You can't put me on the spot like that. I'm gonna have to practice. You think Meg Ryan came out the gates?
Yeah,
like
dude, she's that good.
Rob Reiner's like Meg, over your deli sandwich. I want you to do blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. I do it every fucking night. You know.
That was the tick after him telling her to calm it down.
Yeah,
that's the one
really?
they used.
Yeah,
that's the one they used.
I can't wait for the director's cut of that movie. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Stay tuned for that.
Bye.